far greater than the sky we can see. But the Mahakash includes only a space found within a particular universe. And the universes are compared to teeny tiny microscopic seeds. So all the power in the universe is so small compared to Krishna. I mean, there is no comparison to Krishna's power. It is all, everything. The scriptures teach us that there are millions of universes existing side by side within the Viraja, the river that divides the material and spiritual worlds. So this river, just to explain the Viraja River, it is like a plane of consciousness, and it's compared to a river. It's like a watery kind of plane of consciousness, like if you were in water, like a plane of consciousness that's similar to water. So it's called a river. And the whole of the material nature existing within the Viraja is only one vibhuti, one part of the majesty and creation of the infinite kingdom of Lord Krishna. Any questions about that? So the entire cosmic manifestation of innumerable tiny atomic universes is only one little energy of the Lord. There is no end to how much more exists beyond the sky that we can see with our eyes. So we cannot understand how great Krishna's power is with only our mundane experience. It is achintya, it is inconceivable, and it is all rights reserved, actually. If Krishna wants us to see something, he can show it to us. It's all his. We can't beat down the door and see something that he does not allow us to see. But we don't have to be so curious. Whatever duty we have to do, we offer that to the Lord, and he will show us or reciprocate or guide us in that, in his reciprocal way. The Supreme Controller. When all of Krishna's power is considered at once, we cannot conceive of it. We are finite, and his power is infinite. But everything about Krishna's supreme position and power is expressed in the first verse of the Brahma Samhita. Does anyone know how that starts?
No.
Ishvara? I think you know Damodar Prabhu. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. In this verse, Krishna is called the Parameshwar, or the Supreme Lord. It means literally Supreme Controller. If we do not know what an Ishwar, Lord, is, we will not be able to understand Krishna's position as Parameshwar, the Supreme Ishwar. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained the word Ishwar. Kartum akartum anyata kartum samartaha. One who can do anything, can undo anything, and can change anything into anything is called an Ishwar. I think we were talking about this today, Damodar Prabhu. Because what Krishna will say, this is this, at any moment it can be something else. So we are always in a position of surrender, because we may think we understand something, but really, we don't understand fully until we understand that Krishna is the one who's putting everything in place, and it can be anything else. And we get this information from Scripture and from Gurudev. We'll never wrap our heads around Krishna's will. We can simply bow down to it. All the different forms of the Lords are Ishwars. Narayan is Ishwar. Vishnu is Ishwar. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vaman, Ramachandra, and so on. Are you catching that? So all Krishna is the supreme Ishwar, Parameshwar. He is the source of all other Ishwars, who are expansions of him. And they are all very powerful. Not very powerful, infinitely powerful. So we don't have to be longing to be powerful. We are not going to be powerful. It's not, compared to the Lord, we are always simply trying to serve him in a happy, loving way. Okay, we can understand that Krishna is above them all because he is described not only as Ishwar, but as Parameshwar, the supreme Ishwar. What does Ishwar mean?
One who does something cannot do it.
What?
Wait.
Controller. It means controller.
Okay, because I said one who does something who can also undo it. That's kind of what
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
No, it's good, because I was saying it was like one who can do something but then also undo it.
Yes,
Okay.
that's true. He can change anything. And Guru Maharaj said everything that we know about Krishna can change at any moment. There are no parameters around Krishna. There's nothing that he can't do that. He can do anything. Of course, we have our guidance, but that is supremely important for us to understand about Krishna. What is not possible is possible for him. Krishna is most powerful. He is the all in all, and he has all rights reserved over everything. So what does that mean, all rights reserved? Anybody? What does it mean when it's all rights reserved?
All rights reserved?
There's only one.
It's like copyrighted, like nobody else can copy it.
Yeah, it means no one can force him to do anything or to show himself to the devotees. What did you say, Prabhu? No one can force Krishna to do anything. If he wants to show something about himself to us, then he can do that. He will do that. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't. There's nothing that we can do to force Krishna. We're not approaching him in that mood. This is the arrogance of scientists. They think that if they discover one little law that Krishna put in place, that they are the Ishwar. But he can change that law at any moment. He is all in all, and he has all rights reserved over everything. He can do anything, everything, something, and nothing at the same time. All power is within him. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
He can do
whatever he wants.
anything, everything, something, and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
All power is within him. Krishna is the one reality for itself and by itself. His position, activities, character, and all else exist exclusively for his satisfaction. So we are a part of the Lord. We are one of the many, many energies of the Lord called Jiva Shakti. And as everything is for the Lord, what else would it be for? There's nothing outside the Lord. So we are also for him. And when we conceive ourselves as something else, we get into all kinds of trouble. Shh. Krishna's qualification as Parameshwar, the supreme controller, is first. His position as Sarvakarana Karanam, the cause of all causes, is last. His position as Parameshwar, the supreme controller, is first. And his position as Sarvakarana Karanam, the cause of all causes, is last. So first of all, he's the supreme controller, and then of course he's the cause of all causes. Everyone is always searching for the cause of everything, the central source of all activity. The answer is Krishna. Krishna is the origin of everything, and everything transcendental and mundane. But Krishna's position as the supreme controller is more important for us to understand. Right? We will really begin to understand creation, existence, power, and eternity when we understand that Krishna, reality the beautiful beauty, is the supreme controller. Then we can understand, of course, he's the cause of all causes. If he's all power, then what else is going to be the cause of all causes? So we have to understand these things like in perspective. Any questions or comments? Beauty is power. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natat samas cha vyadikas cha dushyate, parasya shakter vividai vishruyate, swabhaviki jnana bala kriyacha. That's from the Svetasvatara Upanishad. The Upanishads explain that Krishna is the Parameshwar and that no one is equal to him. As the Parameshwar, Krishna can do anything and everything effortlessly. It's no effort for him. He's not dependent on some other force to get something done. Krishna can do anything and everything effortlessly through his divine power. This means that creation and everything else happen naturally through Krishna's power, and Krishna is always in full control of everything. But that Krishna himself does not actually have to do anything. He doesn't have any job. It's not like Krishna is like, oh boy, I gotta get up and do it. Well, he does actually, because he's herding cows and he wants to please Nanda Maharaj. But that is all his own pastimes. He doesn't have any job to do. All of these things can be done without any effort on his part. Creation, the manifestations of all the wonders of Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Mathura, all these things, there's no effort for him at all. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is known as Shashakti Shaktiman, the supreme powerful accompanied by his power. So his power is also a person. God means the Lord with his power. The Lord creates the universe with his power, and through his power everything everywhere takes place by his will. It is effortless for him, but even more significant than creation, the Lord's divine beauty and divine play are manifest through his power. So we are thinking, oh, the creation, oh, so wonderful. And Arjuna said, I want to see this universal form of yours. And Krishna said, oh, okay. Are you sure? So the universal form, and of course Arjuna was overwhelmed by that. But Krishna is saying, this is nothing. This is nothing for me. The most important expressions of Krishna's power are the universe? No. His attractive beauty and sweet pastimes, not his capacity to create the mundane world. So how amazing are those pastimes? How beautiful, how sweet, how wondrous. One time a little boy asked me, he's a really good kid, I just met him in London, now he's a grown-up man. But he asked me, in Vrindavan, do they have video games? Do they have, what was Nintendo? Because he's thinking, well, there must be just like so much Nintendo there because it's like really great there. So what we can conceive of the pastimes of the Lord is very little. But the power and wonder that is manifest there is all beauty and sweetness, but it is extremely wondrous, more than the universe by a long shot. So we hear Krishna killed this demon, Krishna did this, but we really can't conceive of what's being manifested there. Does everybody understand that point? So is Krishna's power being more manifested through the universes or in Vrindavan?
No.
We cannot conceive the astonishment of the pastimes of Vrindavan. Krishna is creating universes as this expansion of an expansion of an expansion of an expansion. Who's sleeping? It's nothing. But he's giving his full attention in the pastimes of Vrindavan. But all in sweetness and beauty. So we can't think, oh yeah, Krishna did this, Krishna did that, he went to the forest, he killed Aghasura, and all that, and he did. But to really actually see that pastime, of course, even killing of the demons is not really that great. But is the pastimes with the Braja Gopis, those are when the full manifestation of the awesome wonder of Krishna is fully manifested. So Srila Gurudev is making this point. This is where it is astounding. We can't imagine it. What to speak of taking it down to this mundane level is a horrifying, stupid, nonsense thing to do. The Prakrita Sahaja is. Sarvashaktim Rasabdim, Krishna's qualities of being all attractive, beautiful, and loving, Rasabdim, are greater than his qualification of being all powerful. Sarvashaktim. The highest form of power, Sarvashaktim, is beauty, or rasa. The highest form of power. Krishna's quality of being all-powerful actually means, in the ultimate sense, that he is all-attractive, infinitely beautiful. And his play, every movement is completely, overwhelmingly, astonishingly wonderful and so attractive to the hearts. Srila Guru Maharaj used to say, beauty is the controlling principle. Everything is coming from that. It is the origin. Beauty is controlling everything. Through Srila Guru Maharaj, we can understand that Krishna's very nature as Krishna, which means all attractive, automatically shows us that he is most powerful because he's the origin of beauty. All beauty, all wonder is coming from him. We can also understand that the great examples of Krishna's power within his creation are clues about how intensely attractive and beautiful Krishna himself is. We say, well, if this universe, which is blowing everybody's mind, and we don't even hardly know anything about it, is so astonishing, then what to speak of Krishna himself? This is why it is most important to understand that Krishna is Parameshwar, the supreme controller. Such understanding gives us consciousness about the divine significance of beauty everywhere, and how, why, and in which way creation is existing and moving under the influence of beauty. Krishna's nature as the all-powerful supreme controller is actually understood only by experiencing his wonderful beauty, all attractive. All creation is completely attracted to Krishna. Only we cannot see that because we are in illusion. Through his beauty, one will best and most fully experience his infinite power. Through the attraction of the heart and full existence of all things. He is super attractive to every living thing. All creation is attracted to Krishna. Even his own expansions and incarnations and avatars are attracted to him. What is Nityananda Prabhu doing? Constantly worshiping Krishna, Mahaprabhu. And what is Advaita Prabhu doing? He is Mahavishnu, always worshiping Mahaprabhu. So he's Mahavishnu, so he's an incarnation of the Lord, but he's always worshiping the Lord. Everything is worshiping him. Why? Because he's so attractive, divinely, wonderfully, purely, heart-meltingly attractive. That is the supreme reality, and the source of all power is his attractiveness. So just imagine, we're trying to, go through the Hubble telescope and this and that and that. And we're like, what? What are that? But there's nothing for him. Nothing for him. Not even interesting. You could say. Not, as he's doing it, so he's always enjoying. But his pastimes of Vrindavan and the supreme pastimes of Madhurya Rasa, this is where Krishna is fully manifested. Through his beauty, one will best and most fully experience his infinite power. This is the Krishna conception of divinity. Isn't that wonderful? Any comments or questions? So we hear something, this happened, and we're thinking, oh yeah, I can conceive of that. This is my, I can conceive of people walking, young boys walking in the forest with cows and calves. We cannot conceive of Vrindavan, not in any way. Just something may come, and because of our faith, because of our Gurudev's mercy, we may get some kind of feeling about that. So Gurudev is saying, by the amazing creation, we can get some idea of how amazing Krishna's pastimes are. The pastimes of Krishna are so amazing. Mahavishnu is an expansion of an expansion of an expansion of an expansion of Krishna. And he's creating these universes in a nonchalant way, and entering into every universe and in the hearts of all living beings. But Krishna, he's not doing that. He's not doing creation of universes. He's got way more important things to do in Vrindavan. So how astonishing are those pastimes? This is what Gurudev is trying to make us conscious of. They are beyond astonishing. Every movement in Vrindavan is beyond astonishing. It is inconceivable.
Could you please share with us that pastime where Brahma the prayers of Brahma to Krishna after he hid his cocker voice, and then he went to see Vrindavan, what was going on in there, and what he said, Brahma to Krishna, his prayers.
You mean Tatena Kampam Shishmikshana?
No. Like what Brahma thought about Vrindavan once he saw it.
Well, I'm not sure about the question exactly, but Lord Brahma, after Lord Brahma stole the boys and calves, and then after a minute of his time, or a moment, a year had passed on earth, and he came back and just saw the same boys and calves still there with Krishna. And I said, wait a minute, and the prayers of Lord Brahma are in the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, and they're all amazing prayers. Those prayers should be studied by everyone. But are you thinking of a particular prayer?
I'm not sure if it was Brahma or it was Narada Muni, but this devotee that once he enters Vrindavan,
Oh, you're talking about Gopakumar
maybe he says,
from the Brihad Bhagavatam.
maybe he says that, maybe.
Uh-huh.
It says that once he enters Vrindavan, the only desire that he has from now on is just to become even a grass, so
Oh,
that he can be stepped on by the gopis.
that's Uddhava.
Uddhava.
Uddhava. So Uddhava was sent to Vrindavan by Krishna. Uddhava is a devotee of Vrindavan. A devotee of the Lord in Mathura. And Krishna sent him to bring a message to the gopis. And when Uddhava delivered this message, the feelings, the transcendental emotions, fully transcendental, we have to understand this, that came out of the hearts of the gopis, that was what inspired him to say that. That I cannot, even if I could possibly become a shrub or a creeper in Vrindavan, that would be, and he is represented as a creeper in Vrindavan since then. Then when the gopis pass by, maybe some dust from their feet might come on my head. And this would be perfect for me. I can't think of a more wonderful thing. So yeah, that was Uddhava. Very good, yeah.
What's a creeper?
A creeper? Like a vine.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, Srila Guru Maharaj's Gurudev, and I think this is such a beautiful point that Gurudev is making, because again, when we see something of the astonishment of this world, which is, we're not seeing very much of it. We're like little ants looking at the Himalayas when we're looking in the sky, or even with the Hubble telescope can't even begin to come, even the discoveries that it's making. So, and this is nothing for Krishna. So his pastimes of divine love in Vrindavan, these are astounding. But it's all from the origin, from beauty. It's a very wonderful thing. It's so lovely to read this. Now we've come to chapter 5. Any other thing? Anything, Damodar Prabhu, you want to add?
How do you comment on that? It's like such high stuff.
Huh? Okay, the Emporium of All Rasa. This is chapter 5. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu has explained scientifically the supreme position of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. He explains that the jiva souls, who are finite parts and parcels of Krishna, share 50 qualities or gunas with Krishna. Krishna is infinite and the jiva souls are finite. The jiva souls share 50 qualities with Krishna in a finite way. So we may have 50 of the qualities of Krishna, but they're in tremendously small quantity. whereas Krishna is the emporium of all of these qualities. We share 50 qualities with Krishna, but Krishna is infinite and the jiva souls are finite. The jiva souls share 50 qualities with Krishna in a finite way. That is, 50 of Krishna's qualities can be found within them to the extent that Krishna empowers them. In other words, the jiva can display 50 qualities if Krishna empowers him to do so. The demigods like Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, and so on share 55 qualities with Krishna. In other words, he can empower them to show 5 more qualities than the normal jivas, the average jiva. Narayan and Krishna's various avatars share 60 qualities with Krishna. But Krishna has 4 special, extremely wonderful qualities that he alone possesses. Not Narayan, none of the incarnations. He is the only one that possesses these, it's just who he is. It is extremely wondrous 4 qualities. But we have to realize 4 is just a little number. But these are infinite qualities. And these are qualities that Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu, Lord Ram, and so on do not possess. Because of these exceptional qualities, Krishna is the supreme worshipable Lord, the supreme personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Ete changsha kala pungsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. There are infinite forms and expansions of the Lord, but Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan, the supreme personality of Godhead, the origin and topmost form of the Lord. Everything comes from him. So Lord Narayan comes from him. All the different incarnations of the Lord come from him. Leela avatars, Yuga avatars, Manbantar avatars. All of these expansions are coming from Krishna. But he's not showing himself fully in any of these expansions. He is full as himself, as Krishna. Srila Jiva Goswami explained that the word Bhagavan means Bhajaniya Guna Vishishta. Does anybody remember what that means? Bhajaniya Guna Vishishta. It means he who has most worshipable and attractive qualities. It means that anyone who comes in any contact with Krishna will want to worship him. They will. It will just naturally happen. Because Krishna has the most transcendental qualities, more than the demigods and all other forms of the Lord. He is supreme. Krishna's name, form, fame, and pastimes are all supreme. So one may say, well, the demigods are Krishna? No, the demigods, the post of a demigod can be attained by a qualified jiva, but that post is still there that someone can attain to, and that post is an expansion of Krishna. You understand? So there's an expression. The guinea stamp is the like post, and the man is the gold for that. So if someone can be Brahma, for example, but Brahma is the post, that's the guinea stamp, and the gold is the person who gets that post. So if that person is, a pure devotee, then that Brahma is a pure devotee. But the post does not indicate pure devotion on its own. So it's the same with the demigod. Someone can become Indra, can become Chandra, Vayu, all these things. But that post itself is the manifestation of the power of the Lord. Right? So even we're born, somebody's born with so many talents, such a high IQ, scientist, he's attained to that position, but that isn't who he is. He's just in that environment for one lifetime. But the actual power of that is Krishna's power. No one makes himself a genius, right? You don't make yourself a genius, but you can attain to that position by the will of the Lord, temporarily. Very beautiful, huh? Transcendental knowledge. Any comments or questions about that? Krishna is infinite. Infinite is completely impossible for the mundane mind to conceive of. He has infinite forms, and his infinite forms are all infinite. If you subtract anything from the infinite, it is still infinite. Because you're subtracting it into another part of the infinite. Krishna's infinite character is always naturally full. And all of Krishna's expansions are also full. And still, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of all other infinites. The most worshipable, original Lord. Infinites within infinite. If that must be, if it's infinite. The spiritual world where Krishna lives eternally is called Vaikuntha Loka or Parvyomadam. There, infinite, eternally manifest forms of Krishna live within their own abode. We cannot conceive of this with our mundane intelligence. Each of the Vaikuntha planets or abodes are all infinite. And the Lord of each of those planets is also infinite. It's not like we can conceive of it. There's no parameters. There's no limit. Okay, this is where it ends, and then after that is what? We cannot conceive of this with our mundane intelligence. The Lord lives in the spiritual world in infinite different forms, each with his own paraphernalia, associates, and abode. All these forms of the Lord are known as Vishnu Tattva. Lord Narayan is an expansion of Krishna who lives with his consort Lakshmi Devi in Vaikuntha Loka and enjoys unlimited power. He's not given that power. That is Krishna showing his unlimited power and opulence as he is gloriously worshipped by his associates with great majesty eternally. So those who want to worship the Lord with a pure heart, uncontaminated within the Swarup Shakti, means no connection with mundanity, who want to worship the Lord as the Lord, with infinite, inconceivable majesty and opulence, they can worship the Lord in Vaikuntha. And Vrindavan appears to be much more simple. But it is the ground of Vrindavan is called Chintamani. And every single, it's like they're infinite gems. That's what they constitute. But each one of those gems contains infinite numbers of Vaikunthas. That's how much higher Vrindavan is. We're dealing with infinite infinites. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kunta Yasmad. Vaikuntha has the power to appear anywhere. It is infinite and can immediately take a position within the finite realm by the Lord's will. No problem. There's no challenge there. Narayana has many avatars. Mahavishnu, the maintainer of the whole material creation, is an avatar of Narayan. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, the maintainer of this universe, is an avatar of Narayan. And Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, the maintainer of every jiva soul, is an avatar of Narayan. These Purush avatars expand down from Narayan to maintain the material creation.
So is Narayan an expansion of Krishna or an avatar?
Say, expansion of Krishna. The avatars, Purush avatars are Mahavishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, and Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
What is the difference between expansion and avatar?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that exactly. We can look that up.
There's still a difference, right?
Yeah, but they're both coming from the Lord.
Yeah.
There's just some category, different category. The Chaitanya Charitamrita very, very much deals with that subject. And I have read that section of Chaitanya Charitamrita, as many devotees have, many times. And I cannot wrap my head around it at all. I mean, we know we can never do that anyway, but I can't even it's just inconceivable
Put it
to
into
me.
words, right?
Huh?
To put it into words is difficult.
Right, no, but I even can't conceive, I mean, not even the most remote conception of it. But we know there are Manvantar avatars, the Manus. There are the Guna avatars, Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. There are the Purush avatars, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. There are the Leela avatars like Nrsimha, Vamana. There are the Yuga avatars that come in each Yuga.
Right.
And then beyond that, there are as many expansions of the Lord as there are waves in the ocean. So there's just so many things. And then there's Shaktivesh avatars, empowered living beings, who are considered avatars of the Lord. And I mean, there are so many different things. And then beyond that, there are other things also concerning Vaikuntha and the different expansions of Lord Narayan with different weapons in their different hands. I mean, it's really astonishing.
Didi, are those expansions or avatars jiva souls, individual jiva souls, or they have the same free will as the Lord because
They are the Lord.
They are the Lord, right?
Yeah.
So there is a difference if we're speaking about like Mahaprabhu or Nisriha or any of these expansions, and we
But Mahaprabhu is not an
I
expansion.
know that's
Yeah.
a Leela, Yuga avatar.
No. In most Kali Yugas, the Lord comes as the Yuga avatar, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But this Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is different. It's when the time for the Yuga avatar comes with the time when Mahaprabhu is showing his mercy and distributing divine love as Radha and Krishna. That is avatari. He is Krishna, the source of all the avatars. So avatar and avatari. Avatari means the source of everything else, of everyone else. So the personal expansions of the Lord are different from Jiva Shakti.
Oh, okay. And his Gurudev, for example, Jiva Shakti, or Srila Guru Maharaj, are they Jiva Shakti?
Well, we don't think of it like that because we cannot conceive of the position of Gurudev. He is non-different from the Lord. He is a very particular person. See, Sakshat Hari, non-different from the Lord, and at the same time, the best servant of the Lord. So so Guru Shakti is not Jiva Shakti. It is a different manifestation. Very important to understand that, and it's a good question.
How can we tell, how can we know? Since as conditioned souls, we don't have that vision. How can we tell what are the qualities of Gurudev? Someone that we should see as Gurudev. What are the qualities?
That is to be felt within the heart. And it is only felt. So what are the qualities of Gurudev is the question. That we know he's Gurudev. This is an extensive subject, of course, because the qualities of the great personalities are given even in Gita. Jai Shishi Guru Gaurachandra Ji Ki Jai. How does he walk? What does he do? And all these things. And we're also reading about this now in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Not in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I mean in the Upadeshamrita. But to really recognize Gurudev, this is called Bhagyavan Jiv. So there's a verse that's saying, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jiv, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. This is a very important verse. After going around and around and around and around so many species of life in the universe, from the up to the down and up and down, the fortunate person, the fortunate soul, Bhagavan means fortunate, he has attained fortune through grace. Agyata Sukriti means he has received the grace of a great soul. Some divine substance has causelessly come from the upper plane into his heart. That's called Agyata Sukriti. He didn't make an effort for that. It just happened because of sweetness, because of grace. Maybe he was a pious soul who liked to do something for other people. And he did something for a Vaishnava. And that Vaishnava gave so much to him. Something happened. Then, because he's fortunate, after some time that builds to the point of Gyata Sukriti, which means I want to participate in my own progress. He comes to that level of consciousness. I want to do something for my spiritual progress. Sadhu Sangha. So all these things develop, as we know we've got all these things on the wall in the prasadam room. So there's Sadhu Sangha. And because of his increased purity of consciousness, he can recognize within his heart, this person is my guru. It's recognizing through a clarity of consciousness called Shraddha, which is loosely defined in English as faith. A faith is it's just the best word we have. But Shraddha means to see. It means to recognize a divine substance. It's a gift. And then when you can recognize that, it's superior intelligence actually at play. And then you can see the quality of Guru. You can feel that within your own heart. You can feel, yes, I have met this person who I'm searching for. So we've been reading in the Upadeshamrita, the position of Uttamadhikari is that anyone who sees him will be inspired to chant the holy name of the Lord, if he has the vision to actually see him. That will automatically come in the heart. So they are Uttamadhikari, descending personalities. And they don't have any need for preaching or anything. They're not seeing a duality. But in order to preach to us, they must take us from our position of consciousness to the higher position through discriminating between matter and spirit. But in their consciousness, there is no such thing as matter. They're not an illusion. They see Krishna everywhere. But in order to preach to us, they come to the Majjhima stage. They're not actually in that state, but to relate to us, to help us to go forward. They're preaching on that level. This is what we've been reading in the Upadeshamrita. Manashadriyeta, that verse. Krishna, where is that?
Do you need it?
Oh, that's okay. But that is a very important thing. So the qualities of Guru can be seen through the eyes of Shraddha. Someone who does not have that, they may be very much affected by seeing him, but only vaguely, and that will increase in time, over lifetimes. So that like that. But they have no material, nothing, no motive, they have no motive. Anyabhilasita shunyam. Karma, jnana karma, I'm getting tongue-tied. So that person who has no desire for karma, he's not a selfish miser. I'm going to give this, but only this much, not more than that. I'm only going to give what is fair, or what I'm going to get for that. He's not thinking like that, ever. It doesn't come in his consciousness. And he has no desire for gyan. I'm going to understand everything. He doesn't care if he understands anything. He's completely dependent on the Lord. If you want me to know something, I'll know it. If you don't, what do I care? I just want to serve you. So these are some of the qualities of the great souls. And nothing to them is troublesome. Everything is good. Whatever comes in their consciousness or in their experience, whether it's considered to be good materially or bad materially, it doesn't make any difference to them whatsoever. They're not troubled by anything. They're seeing the Lord's hand in everything. So these are all one, and they have no sense of possessiveness. Whatever they have is Krishna's. They're just utilizing it. These are the tools of their seva. No possessiveness. This is a very wonderful quality. And no envy. Nirmatsara. Nirmatsara means there's no feeling of envy toward anyone. They don't have any necessity in this world at all. So these are some of those great qualities that we've heard about and that we, by their grace, may aspire for. Because they're all honest. There's nothing wrong in anything about them. And to aspire for those things, there's no wrong in it. We should aspire for that. To be 100% for Krishna. That is the real aspiration of the soul. Just for him. I'm for you. What else am I going to be for? To be for anything else is illusion. Everything is, there's nothing outside of him. But we may be covered with illusion if we want to be.
It reminds me, because before this I was Mormon for some time, and one thing that they said is that your body is a temple. Your body and your mind is a temple, so you should treat it as such and like present it as such.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really like from that religion, and I take into like this as much as I can.
I didn't hear, what was the sentence you said before this one?
Oh, like in like Mormon faith, like they have like a saying of like your body is a temple, like your body and your mind is a temple, and like you should treat it as such and like present it as such. And
of course.
As such,
And that's also in Vaishnava conception.
Yeah.
That the Lord is the residing within the body. And that's why in civilized life the greeting is namaste, or we're always saying Dandavat. Dandavat means I'm worshiping your guru within you, and the Lord, Super Soul, is there. I'm worshiping that. This is a temple where the Lord is residing. And if we can conceive of that, then we will always keep that, keep the body very clean and utilize it always for the Lord's worship. It's a beautiful point. It's a very beautiful conception. All right then. Any other questions? Any questions from anywhere? Or comments? It's beautiful to read this. All right, so that little packet of, there's one here. Well.
The offerings about the one right there.
All right. So we can chant Hare Haraya. Beautiful. Haribol. Do you want to, will you give me some cartels, Prabhu?
Yes.
Was that a good answer? Like, you happy with that?
I don't remember what I asked.
About the qualities of Guru.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. The illumination is very beautiful. Right now with the sunset. One moment.
Revealed truth ki jai, jai is divine grace, Srila Bhakti Sri Govinda Deva Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev is speaking in such an informal way always. Shri Shri Guru Gaur Chandra Jagira Juti Kacha. Beautiful. So, Gurudev would be speaking in such an informal way generally. He gave some formal classes. But most of the classes and the talks that we hear from Guru Maharaj and Gurudev are very informal. And look what's coming out. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable that it's coming to our ear. Do you want to chant or hear? Oh, no, you want to play the drum. I'll chant. Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishna Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Srimad Sudha. Jai, Friday evening program ki.
Jai.
The assembled devotees ki.
Jai.
The unassembled devotees ki.
Jai.
Jai Saparikashi Shri Guru Gaur Chandraju ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Beautiful Guru Arju ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Shrimati Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Saparshad Sriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Saparshad Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopina Shyamakunda Radha Kundagiri Govardhan ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
All the mats worldwide ki Jai.
Jai.
Abhichinta Veda Ved Siddhanta Prakash, non-different from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is the wonderful conceptions of our Sri Gurudev ki Jai. Hokarta ki Jai, Hari Kirtan ki Jai, Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Mega Rupa says Dandavat.
Nandava Vegarupa.
And Bhima Krishna Prabhu says Dandavat devotees.
Nandava.
And there's two mysterious viewers. Other two mysterious viewers. Reveal yourself.
Haribo.
And then we faint after they reveal themselves.
They will faint.
They will faint. Okay, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Jai
2,
Gurudev
1.
ki Jai.
Dandavat. Haribo. Have a good night.